if you or I were to have a business in China, China would most likely reward us for having a business in China. They would direct business towards our business so that we would make more money. But then they would also have tax incentives and maybe even straight up bribes that pay us directly because they want to keep American money flowing into a Chinese business. Because that's what we're doing. We're funding the business in China using American currency. We take a loan with an American bank, convert that US dollar into Chinese renminbi, and then fund our business in China until we start making money in China. And then ideally, we would keep the money we make in China, because if we were to bring it back to turn it into US currency, we would lose on the exchange and lose on American taxes. So China knows that. All foreign countries know that they want American ownership because it's a direct line that brings US dollars into their economy. So if you or I or any politician has a business in China, we're most likely getting two types of benefit: kickbacks plus businesses being driven towards us. Now, we also realize that we're not going to be politicians forever, right? We're only going to be politicians for a short period of time, 20 years at most, in a 60 or 80 year life. And then we're going to be retired. So China knows that too. So what they want is to make sure that we have a positive experience doing business in China so that when Mitch McConnell retires, or when Joe Biden retires, or when Nancy Pelosi retires, whoever replaces them wants to do the same thing and have a business interest in China because they're going to get kickbacks and they're going to get business out of it, right? The revolving door in politics is very much a revolving door of benefits. Do you know Congress people make $250,000 a year?
I did not know that.
Do you know who ratified the law that that's what they would get paid? Congress. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. The average voter makes $45,000 a year. The people they vote into office make $250,000 a year. Why did Biden get on stage during his State of the Union in February, just a few weeks ago? Why did he get up there and promise no new tax cuts to anybody, or no new taxes on anybody who makes less than $400,000 a year? Why was that the number? Because senior politicians can make up to $400,000 a year, half of which is their salary for being a politician. He doesn't want to tax the Senate, just like the Senate doesn't want to ratify a law to pay themselves less, right? It's not corruption in a classic sense because it is democracy. It takes 50 people, or it takes a majority of the Senate and a majority of the Congress to vote these bills in. I think it takes 2/3 for the Senate, right? The majority of people are saying yes to paying themselves a flat rate. So that's what keeps it from being corrupt, because corruption is just when you and I do something we don't tell anybody else.
Yeah.